Hello students, topic is admission of partner. In introduction part 2, we have seen treatment of goodwill. There are two methods of recording goodwill in the books of account. Let us quickly recap on the two methods of treatment of goodwill. The first method is premium method. In premium method, the new partner brings goodwill in cash, and the second method is valuation method. In valuation method, new partner is not bringing goodwill in cash. Now in the first method, that is premium method, if goodwill is brought in cash, there are two possibilities. One is if goodwill is retained in the business. If goodwill is retained in the business, we have to pass two journal entries, that is cash bank account debit to goodwill account and goodwill account debit to old partners capital account. And we have to divide this goodwill among old partners in their sacrifice ratio. And the second possibility is withdrawal if goodwill is brought in cash. If goodwill is withdrawn by the old partners. Again, first two entries will remain same, that is cash bank account debit to goodwill account and goodwill account debit to old partners capital account. One more entry we have to pass, that is old partners capital account debit to cash bank account. So this was the first method where a new partner is bringing goodwill in cash. So there are two possibilities, retained and withdrawal. The second method, that is valuation method, goodwill not brought in cash, also two possibilities are there. The first one is if goodwill is raised. If goodwill is raised, the journal entry will come goodwill account debit to old partners capital account. And the second and the last possibility in goodwill not brought in cash is goodwill raised and written off. For raised, same entry we have to pass, that is goodwill account debit to old partners capital account, and to write off the goodwill, the journal entry will come all partners capital account debit to goodwill account. Now here, since all partners are given, we have to calculate a new profit sharing ratio if goodwill is written off from the business. And we had also seen if new partner is bringing goodwill in cash and if that cash is paid to the old partners privately. In that case, no entry will come in the books of account. Now we have to see the accounting treatment of goodwill in ledger. So if we directly want to record this goodwill in the ledger, then the first effect will always come in partners capital account on the credit side, and on the credit side we have to write down by goodwill account, and we have to distribute this goodwill to the old partners in sacrifice ratio. So the first effect will always remain in partners capital account on the credit side. The second effect will depend upon the possibility. If it is given goodwill is retained, the second effect will be recorded in cash bank account on the debit side. It will be recorded as to goodwill account. If second possibility is given, goodwill is withdrawn, then the second effect will be recorded in partners capital account debit side. We have to record it as to cash bank account and amount will come in old partners capital account. If it is given goodwill is raised, second effect will be recorded in the balance sheet on the asset side. And if it is given goodwill is raised and written off, then the second effect of goodwill will be recorded in partners capital account on the debit side, and on the debit side we have to write down to goodwill account, and whenever written off is given, we have to distribute the goodwill to all the three partners in new profit sharing ratio. Now in this introduction part 3, we are going to see the accounting treatment. That is, in your question, old balance sheet will be given of old partners, and below that adjustments will be given. And following are the ledger account which we have to prepare in admission of partner. The first account which we have to prepare is revaluation account. Revaluation account is also called as profit and loss adjustment account. The second account is partners capital account or partners current account. We have to prepare partners capital or current account of all the three partners, including new partner. And then we have to prepare third and the last one, that is new balance sheet, including new partner. And fourth is your working note, that is cash or bank account. Now let us see the first account, that is revaluation account. Now revaluation account is also called as profit and loss adjustment account. As the name suggests, revaluation, all the old assets and liabilities are revalued. That means new value is calculated of all the old assets and liabilities, and the difference, that is profit or loss on revaluation of assets and liabilities, is recorded in this revaluation account. And at last this revaluation account is closed, and if there is a profit, it will be distributed among the old partners. Loss also will be distributed to the old partners. Let us see this revaluation account. So revaluation account is the value of assets shown in balance sheet may be different than market value. So what the old partners will do, if there is an increase or decrease in the value at the time of admission of a new partner, then this old partner will prepare a revaluation account, and all the increase or decrease in the value of assets and liabilities will be recorded in this revaluation account. So there may be some unrecorded assets or unrecorded liabilities at the time of admission of new partner. So all these unrecorded assets or unrecorded liabilities will be recorded in this revaluation account. And such adjustment of values of assets and liabilities is called revaluation of assets and liabilities. So whenever the old partners find out the new value of all the previous assets and liabilities, this revaluation is recorded in revaluation account, that is new value is recorded in revaluation account, and this account is also called as profit and loss adjustment account. Now after recording the increase or decrease in assets and liabilities, the profit or loss on revaluation is distributed to old partners in old ratio. Now after closing this revaluation account, if there is a profit or loss in revaluation account, it will be distributed only to the old partners, and it will be distributed as per the old ratio. So this revaluation account is a nominal account. Now the screen which you are seeing is the format of specimen of revaluation account or profit and loss adjustment account. So 3 columns are there on the debit and 3 columns on the credit side. The first column is particulars, then amount inner column, amount outer column. Same columns are there on the credit side of revaluation account. Now let us take an example, one problem we will see how this revaluation entries are recorded. Now if you will see this problem, see the adjustment which are given Now all this adjustment first we have to tick in your old balance sheet on whichever account adjustment is given. For example, second adjustment is given a provision for 5% doubtful debts is created on sundry debtors. Second adjustment is given. So doubtful debt means RDD. Now let us see how this new value is calculated. Now sundry debtors amount you can see in the old balance sheet. It is given 32,000, and on 32,000 we have to calculate 5% RDD. So on 32,000 if we will calculate 5% RDD, it will come to 1,600, and after deducting this amount 1,600, the balance comes to 30,400. Now see, the previous value of sundry debtors was 32,000 and the new value which we have calculated is 30,400. That means there is a decrease in assets, and whenever assets value decreases, it is a loss for the firm, and this loss of 1,600 will be recorded in revaluation account on the debit side. On the debit side we have to record all the expenses and losses, and on the credit side all the income and gains will be recorded, since it is a nominal account. So this RDD of 1,600 will be recorded on debit side. So on debit side we have to write down to RDD account, and amount will come 1,600. It is recorded on the debit side because there is a decrease in assets. The assets value has decreased from 32,000 to 30,400, and whenever there is a decrease in assets, it is a loss which will be recorded on the debit side. Now if you will see the third adjustment, furniture to be depreciated by 20%. So the furniture value which is given in the old balance sheet, that is 11,000. Now on 11,000 if we will calculate depreciation of 20%, so 20% will come to 2,200, and after deducting 2,200, the amount will come 8,800. Now here also if you will see, the previous furniture value was 11,000, now it is 8,800. So there is a decrease in the value of assets. So whenever assets value decreases, it is a loss, and this loss of 2,200 will be recorded on the debit side of revaluation account, and there we have to write down to furniture account. There is no need of writing depreciation. We have to directly record the name of assets or liabilities. So it will come to furniture account, amount will come 2,200 on the debit side. Now if you will see the fourth adjustment, stock should be appreciated by 5%. Depreciation means decrease in the value of assets. Appreciation means increase in the value of assets. So for depreciation we put minus sign, for appreciation plus sign we have to put. So stock value, if you see in the old balance sheet, stock value is given 20,000. Below that it will come plus appreciation. The percentage is given 5%. So if we will calculate 5%, it will come to 1,000. Appreciation is there, we have to add 1,000. So in the outer column it will come to 21,000. Now the previous value of stock was 20,000. Now it is 21,000. So the assets value have increased, and whenever there is an increase in the value of assets, it is a profit for the firm, and this profit will be recorded on the credit side of revaluation account. So on credit side we have to write down buy stock, amount will come 1,000. And we will see one more adjustment, that is building from this same problem. Now building be appreciated by 20%. Now building value is given 16,000. From 16,000 we have to calculate 20%. There is an appreciation. Again plus sign will come. So plus appreciation 20% will come 3,200, and if we will add 3,200 it will come to 19,200 in the outer column. Now again we have to compare the amount. So previous it was 16,000, now the current value is 19,200. Again the assets value has increased, it is a profit, and this profit of 3,200 will be recorded on the credit side of revaluation account. So on the credit side we have to write down by building account, amount will come 3,200. Now here in this problem there is no adjustment given on liabilities, but we will consider one adjustment. Just assume on sundry creditors, which is given 40,000, adjustment is given that there is a discount of 10% on sundry creditors. Now creditor is a person to whom amount is payable. Now he is giving us a discount of 10%. That means this 10% amount we don't have to pay. So from sundry creditors of 40,000 we have to deduct discount. So we have to write down minus discount. 10% will come 4,000. So after deducting 4,000, in the outer column it will come 36,000. Now our previous liability was 40,000 and current liability is 36,000. So our liability has decreased, and whenever our liability has decreased, that means we have to pay less amount, and if we have to pay less amount, it is a profit. And this profit of 4,000 will be recorded in revaluation account on the credit side. Account will come by sundry creditors account, and amount will come 4,000 on the credit side. And suppose in the adjustment it is given unrecorded liability 1,000. If it is unrecorded, that means we have to record in the liability. And after recording liability, our liability is going to increase. That means we have to pay more amount. It is a loss. So whenever there is an increase in the liability, this increase in the liability will be recorded in revaluation account on the debit side. So on the debit side we have to write down two unrecorded liabilities and the amount we have to record. So in this revaluation account we have to record the revaluation, new value of all the assets and liabilities. Whenever there is a decrease in assets, it is a loss. It will be recorded on the debit side. If there is an increase in assets, it is a profit, which will be recorded on the credit side. Increase in liability, if liability has increased, that means we have to pay more amount. It is a loss, which will be recorded on the debit side. And if there is a decrease in the liability, if liability decreases, then it is a profit which will be recorded on the credit side. And after recording all this increase and decrease, change in assets and liabilities, at last we have to do the total of revaluation account. If credit side total is higher, credit side we have recorded all the income and gains we have recorded. So if credit side total is higher, it will be a profit. So on the debit side we have to write down to profit transferred to old partners. This profit will be distributed only to the old partners because all the old assets and liabilities are being revalued before admission of a new partner. So this profit will be distributed only to the old partners in the old ratio. And if the debit side total is higher, that is expenses and losses are higher, it will be a loss. So on the credit side we have to write down by loss transferred to old partners capital account. Now let us see the journal entries, because in this admission of partner either ledger account will be asked for 10 marks or journal entries will be asked for 10 marks. Now let us take the first example. The first one is on the debit side, which we have recorded to decrease in assets. If assets value decreases, then the journal entry will come revaluation account debit to assets account it will come. Okay, since the assets value has decreased, the journal entry will come revaluation account debit to assets account. Now see the credit side first entry, there we have recorded assets on credit side. So in the journal entry, whenever there is a increase in assets, the assets will be debited. So the journal entry will come assets account debit to revaluation account. So whenever there is a decrease in assets, the journal entry will come revaluation account debit to assets account. Increase in assets, journal entry will come assets account debit to revaluation account. The third entry, that is on debit side, we have recorded increase in liabilities. So for increase in liabilities, the journal entry will come revaluation account debit to liability account. Since liability is recorded on debit side in the ledger, in the journal it will come on the credit side. So it will come revaluation account debit to liability account. And fourth and the last account is for decrease in liability. So here liability is recorded on the credit side in the ledger. So in the journal it will come on the debit side. So the journal entry will come liability account debit to revaluation account. And then we have to pass the entry for either profit or loss. If there is a profit on revaluation, then the journal entry will come revaluation account debit to old partners capital account. We have to write down both the old partners name. And if there is a loss on revaluation, loss is recorded on the credit side, so old partners name will come on the debit side in the journal entries. So it will come old partners capital account debit to revaluation account. So this was the first part, that is we have to prepare a revaluation account. We have to find out the new value of all the old assets and liabilities, and profit or loss on revaluation of assets and liabilities will be distributed only to the old partners. Now let us see the second account, that is partners capital account. This is the format of partners capital account which you are seeing on the screen. So in admission or retirement or death of a partner, always there will be 3 partners, 2 old partners and 1 new partner. So the columns which will come, that is particulars, then 2 old partners name will come, and then at the last new partner name will come. So total you have to draw 8 columns, 4 on the debit side particulars and 3 columns for 3 partners, that is 4 columns on debit side and 4 columns on the credit side. Now partners capital account will always starts with the opening balance. Capital is always given on the liability side. So accounts which are given on the liability side are having credit balance. So that capital which is given in your old balance sheet, we have to transfer in partners capital account, And in partners capital account, we have to write down by balance brought down. Opening balances will be given, so it will come as brought down. And only old partner capital account will be given, so the amount will be recorded in old partners capital account. As earlier discussed, goodwill first effect will be always recorded in partners capital account on the credit side, and it will be always distributed as per the sacrifice ratio to the old partner. Sacrifice is done only by the old partners. So the first effect of goodwill will always be recorded in partners capital account on the credit side. And there are few entries, more entries which will be recorded in partners capital account, that is general reserve or reserve fund, which will be given on the liability side. If general reserve or reserve fund is given on the liability side, it will also be transferred in partners capital account on the credit side, and it will be distributed to the old partners. General reserve or reserve fund is called as undistributed profit. So since this was the profit of previous year, it will be distributed only to the old partners, and general reserve or reserve fund is always given on the liability side, so it will be transferred to the credit side. All the accounts are given on the liabilities are having credit balance, so it will come on the credit side. And if on the liability side profit and loss account is given, then this profit and loss account will also be transferred in partners capital account on the credit side if it is given on the liability side, and we have to distribute this to the old partner. So if profit and loss is given on the liability side, it will come in partners capital account on credit side. But this same profit and loss, if it is given on the asset side, then assets are having debit balance, so it will be recorded in partners capital account on the debit side, and we have to distribute as per the old ratio to the old partners. So profit and loss may be given either on the liability side or on the asset side. If it is given on the liability side, it will come in partners capital account on the credit side. If it is given on the asset side, it will come in partners capital account on the debit side. And at the end, we have to close this partners capital account, so the balance will come on the debit side, and on the debit side we have to write down to balance carried down. This will be the closing balance of capital, and this closing balance of capital will be recorded in your balance sheet. And this is the format of balance sheet. Balance sheet you have to prepare in the similar manner which how you were preparing in partnership final account or in not for profit concerns. So this balance sheet is a new balance sheet in which all the three partners including new partner capital account will come. So on the liability side, you should always write down the name of all the three partners, that is old partner and new partner. And in this balance sheet, all the assets and liabilities which are given in your old balance sheet will be recorded, and at last your balance sheet will tally. This is the complete format of your admission of a partner ledger account. You have to prepare a revaluation account, and partners capital account is at last, and then right hand side you have to prepare a balance sheet. So now let us quickly, we will see this same problem, the fourth one, which is given in page number 163. On the top it is given, information is given, Deep and Karan were in partnership, sharing profits and losses in the proportion of 3:1 respectively. Their balance sheet on 31st March 2018 stood as follows. So the old ratio is given 3:1. Now see the accounts which are given on the liability side, they will be recorded either on the liability side or they are having credit balance which will be recorded in partners capital account. For example, first one, sundry creditors will be recorded in new balance sheet liability side, bills payable liability side, bank overdraft liability side, capital of old partners Deep and Karan will be recorded in partners capital account on the credit side. On the credit side, because it is given on the liability side, it is having a credit balance. And general reserve will also be transferred in partners capital account on the credit side. We have to distribute this general reserve to the old partners in old ratio. Now assets, on the asset side, the first one is given cash. So we have to open a cash account, our working note. So this balance of 40,000 will be recorded in cash account on the debit side. Assets are having debit balance. So 40,000 will be recorded on the debit side and it will be recorded as to balance brought down. The remaining assets are sundry debtors which will come on the asset side, land and building assets, stock assets, plant and machinery assets, furniture also assets. So from the old balance sheet, we have to transfer all the account. Either it will be transferred in your new balance sheet or it will be transferred to partners capital account, and cash or bank balance will always come in the cash or bank account. So first we have to transfer all the accounts which are given in your old balance sheet, and then we have to solve the adjustments which are given below the old balance sheet.